as time goes on, we're beginning our day, beginning another day. On 15th of December, my dad turns 81 today, and he just had double cataract surgery, can see more clearly than he has ever been able to see in his entire life, doesn't need glasses anymore. And that's pretty amazing, to be able to see clearly at the age of 81. And not only to be able to see clearly, but to be able to see clearly for the first time. So as the days go on, it's quite interesting. Each day is different. So like the mind changes quickly. There's this Buddhist teaching that the mind changes quickly. So we might be in a good mood one day, and then the next day we're in a bad mood. And it might have been triggered just by, something very like one or two words somebody may have said, and then our whole world completely changes. So the mind is very fickle and changes very quickly. And just to look at that, how the mood can go up and down so easily, and we're not in control of it. So it's not self. It's not under our control. We can't just will ourselves to always be in a good mood. And we probably can't will ourselves to always be in a bad mood. I don't know if somebody would want to will themselves to always be in a bad mood. Maybe some people always want to be in a bad mood, but even if you always want to be in a bad mood, you won't be able to will yourself to do it. So it's just these moods are arising based on our past actions. So that's the teaching on karma. So it's so just to look at the mind, see how quickly the mind can change based on things. And it's if we're in a good mood, it's not necessarily a good thing or great, and if we're in a bad mood, it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just the way it is. It's just what's happening in the moment. So just knowing that our moods are like this, a good mood is like this, a bad mood is like this is how it feels. I woke up, say waking up and just feeling like, it's going to be one of those days, and having a bad hair day, or just, or waking up and feeling like, great, I get to practice more today, I get to, wonderful, or waking up and thinking, no, I don't want to see this or that person, I don't want to go to the work period, or I don't want to have to do whatever we have to do in the monastery. So it's like that teaching of Longpo Cha, where he said if one of the ways to make progress in practice is when we want to practice, we practice, and when we don't want to practice, we practice. So we just practice whatever the mood, whatever the feeling we can. Sometimes when there's a bad mood, that's the ripest time for insight. We can actually gain insight into how these things happen, how these things come about, and try to see the causes of it. I know one time when I was a junior monk, and another monk blamed me for something, and I got very upset, and I got very emotional about being blamed for this really horrible thing I'd done. Actually, I didn't think it was horrible, but the other person was blaming me very strongly for something I'd done, and I remember feeling these very strong emotions, and then I wasn't able to go to the work period because I just was in a non-functional state, and I kind of ran out onto one of the trails but then I did some Paritta chanting and was trying to look where is the emotion located in the body, and I could see that there was this tightness in the center of my brain, and that's where it was located. And when I saw that, it really just broke up, and it was a good insight, and it really the mood did pass away after that. And so just sometimes what we have to do is just come back to where is it felt in the body, rather than using our thoughts and our mind to kind of feed into it more. We just look at where it's located in the body, and that can be very helpful for mindfulness and for insight. So I'll leave that for reflection.